What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul
and Chris. Giving list on Big Brother 19, episodes 1 to 3.
That's right, guys. Another season of Big Brother is finally here with us. The premiere was just a few days ago on Wednesday. And already so much has happened in the Big Brother house, both on the episodes and on the live feeds. But today, just episodes 1 to 3.
Episodes 1 to 3.
You want to just jump right into it?
Okay, so after we get introduced with the other house guests, we have our first twist. Julie Chen says, you guys have a chance to win $25,000, which is the same amount of money as America's favorite player.
Which is insane, by the way. Fucking insane.
Okay!
That's the biggest cash prize of anything, I think, really.
And then she's like, well, all you have to do is press a button before anyone else. And then you have Dominique in the DR. She's like, anyone presses that button of these consequences is going to be in trouble. Like, I want to press that fucking button in a second. 25,000?
Yeah, me too. Plus, they said it's anonymous, so of course I
Fuck yeah, I'm not lying about that.
And so Kevin presses the button first. He wins $25,000, and I love what Kevin did after. He's like taking off all his clothes because he's like so sweaty. He's like wiping the sweat off his head because he's thinking to himself, I just won 25 fucking grand.
Yeah,
I won 20. He won, and he has 7 kids, so he needed the money, obviously. You know, he's a stay-at-home dad. So to bring home 25 grand no matter what, that's pretty fucking incredible.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Pretty great for him.
Okay, so the consequence of winning the $25,000 is that now we have a returning house guest. We got Paul from last season, the runner-up.
That's right, guys. If you remember from last season, Paul was Chris's pick to win the game.
Won the Devon, I'm watching you.
Sorry, Chris. But
yes.
Paul is back this season to give it another shot. But
we have a problem. There's already 16 house guests. So what do? We have to get rid of one to put Paul in the house.
I don't know why you sound so enthusiastic. So Paul has to replace one of the house guests. And that's what Julie Chen lets him know. Basically, what he has to do is give 8 house guests friendship bracelets. And those 8 house guests are safe no matter what.
Yes.
And then the rest of the 8 had to compete to stay in the game, basically. So they all have a conversation with Paul, basically, one-on-one, a few minutes each. Maybe he was talking to Raven. She was, like, doing, like, the Southern Belle charm to him.
Yeah.
He was like, it's not working. Okay, maybe it's working a little bit. Cody was just fucking quiet, didn't say much at all.
So, you like working out?
Paul's like, this is a date gone wrong, basically. Josh just fucking walks in there. He's like, you're like my favorite house guest. Like, I want you in here so bad.
But the way he said it was like really loud.
Like when I saw you walk in, I was like, I'm loving it. And Paul's basically like, it's okay if I don't give you a bracelet, right? You trust me? Look, I trust you.
Oh, God.
Like 100%, basically. And
yeah.
So who were the 8 that ended up getting the friendship bracelet?
So we got Dominique, Jason, Jessica, Elena, Kevin, Mark, Raven, and Rams.
Yeah, so 8, and he wanted to keep it even between boys and girls, like jocks and nerds.
He got it right, though. I will give him that. He did get it right.
Yeah, I think he did a good job. I think the 2 people though who were most upset about not being given a friendship bracelet are Alex and Cody, both of which said shit in the DR about Paul. They're like, oh, I'm going to come. Alex is like, oh, I'm going to come after you, Paul. And Cody was like, Cody was like, I knew I couldn't trust this guy. I knew I couldn't trust this guy.
Okay, let's move on. So now we have these 7 people. 7 people are now competing for this apple competition where they get clues, like when they jump out of whatever the vine. What was it, a vine?
Yeah, it was like a rope they had to hold on to, and they had to balance their feet.
Yeah, it was kind of like Big Brother 15, where Gina Marie won against like her first HOH when she was like on the spinning wheel thing, whatever. I don't know what the hell it was.
And they had like these snake Lamia girls or whatever holding like an apple, and inside the apple was either it was either poisoned or it was like a regular apple. And if you had a poison apple, there were 3 of them, you were on the block. And if you got a regular one, you were safe. And if you won the competition, you were also safe. Right. So 4 regulars and 3 poisoned.
That's correct. So before we talk about the results, talk about Alex and
and Cody, right?
I was about to say Scott. Alex and Cody. Alex and Cody.
Apparently Cody is exactly like Scott from BBOTT somehow. Okay, but no, during this competition, it ends up being very important to Cody because he gained a lot of respect for Alex during this competition, respect that has carried on in the upcoming episodes.
Episode 3.
I mean, episode 3 and on the live feeds, of course. Yeah. If you're a fan of that, be sure to watch our live feed updates down below. But yeah, Alex and him were the last two up there. And when Cody tries to like psych her out, she's like, "Fuck you," basically.
Eat shit.
Yeah, eat shit, basically. Which I thought was hilarious.
Which is kind of weird because like when I thought about Alex, like a lot of people were saying Alex is gonna be like the pow pow, like sucks at competition, and she like surprised me with that competition. Well, she did.
Right, I knew she was a gamer. I didn't think she knew a lot about Big Brother, which she doesn't. But she's learning, so she's good at adapting. Yeah. So if she doesn't get out early, she'll probably do very well. So
let's backtrack. Let's go to who actually lost. So we had Jillian, Christmas, and Cameron, and now they're basically up on the block. But Julie Chan has one last chance to persuade them to make a decision. They can either...
And Cody won the competition.
And Cody won the competition, correct. So now they have to choose between a vote or playing in a competition.
And this is an interesting choice because you think about what you'd want to do, basically. Like a competition, you actually fight to stay in the game. Like you have more respect to do that. But surprisingly, what happens is, well, Jillian, I'm not surprised, but Cameron votes for a competition, which I respect. I respect that a lot.
Yeah.
And Christmas votes for a vote.
I can explain that.
Well, explain it, Chris.
Okay, so she already knew she was a strong physical competitor. So by her choosing a competition and then winning that, it would automatically make her a bigger threat than she already is.
You know what else makes her a big threat? Her fucking huge ass bulging muscles. She can't hide those. People already know she's a big threat.
Yeah. So let's move on. So by a 2-1 vote, they decided it was going to go to a vote instead.
They do a short campaign.
Now, I'm also kind of wondering, like, did they know who decided on what? Did they know that Cameron chose the competition?
They probably did. Yeah, they probably did.
Because I figured that would be another factor into voting somebody out. So maybe they figured out that Cameron wasn't good with the house guest, so maybe that's why they voted him out because he chose the competition over the voting process. Just saying.
It's
wondering.
It's
what do you guys think in the comments below?
If you still care about the first episode.
If you care about the first episode. But let's go really quickly. So the votes happen. With 2 votes to evict, Christmas was safe. Those votes were Jason and Josh. And then by a vote of 8-3, Cameron was evicted, and the people that voted for Jillian were Mark, Matt, and Cody.
And the rest of the 8 voted for Cameron. And Cameron was the first person evicted out of the Big Brother house from the Big Brother swap.
That was probably the best first episode I've seen in a very long time.
Best premiere ever, honestly.
Thank you, Big Brother, for giving us some fucking drama.
Whoever came out with this twist, I just have to applaud you because you did an amazing job.
Good job,
if for some reason you're watching our videos instead of working on the show, work on the show. Okay, so let's jump into episode 2. Okay, so Cameron left the house, and during episode 1, we forgot to mention a little bit that Megan kind of formed her 4-person alliance with Jillian, Alex, and Ramses. So that's something that's already been started. So we have they start off right with the HOH, right?
Nicole comes into the house.
Right, yeah. Kevin doesn't know who Nicole is. Winner of last season. Oh, all right.
Okay. But before we talk about Nicole hosting the competition, having all the teams happening, Megan does say that she wants to if she won HOH, she would nominate Paul, Mark, Cody, all the guys, and
right. She wants to get this, and Josh is a little upset.
I kind of don't blame him. I blame her for it because she is with her group and she wants to get rid of the big threats later.
Josh has a heart-to-heart with Christmas.
Yeah, Josh has a heart-to-heart with Christmas.
He feels really bad about voting her out after that heart-to-heart because he wears his heart on his sleeve and he feels she does the same thing.
Okay, so
you guys get it, right?
Let's jump into the competition. So Nicole's hosting the first competition, and they basically have to get, I believe it was 8 rotten apples, correct?
Something like that.
Yeah, they're in teams of 4. That they get 8 rotten apples, but there's a twist.
Temptation twist.
There's a temptation twist. Woo! I think there was a few golden apples.
No, only one.
There was just one.
Just one golden apple.
Okay, I thought there was a few.
No, because if there was a few, then
2. There would have been at least 2 of them.
No, just one.
Okay, anyways.
There was one golden apple.
One golden apple. And guess who takes the golden apple?
Well, the golden apple, whoever gets the golden apple is safe for the week. But their team automatically loses the challenge. So, guess who takes the apple? Go ahead, Chris.
So, we find out that fucking Josh takes the apple. Okay, but I know a lot of people are pissed off that Josh took the apple, but I mean, I kind of don't blame him, too, because A, he was in a bad position, and 2, he probably knew his fucking team wasn't going to win that shit. Like, think about all the people that was on his team. Like,
Kevin
had
to throw the
HOH. He had to throw it too. Yeah, Kevin had to throw it too.
He didn't know that.
But then, I mean, I understand the house didn't know that and shit.
Kevin got off so fucking easy.
I know.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, okay.
But I mean, I would honestly, it's a week of safety. He really wants to be in the house. I don't blame him for that decision. I understand a lot of people hate him. Think he's a villain or whatever. But play the fucking game of Big Brother. He wants to stay in the house. Let him fucking get the golden. At least some. I would have been pissed off if no one got that golden apple.
I loved like his reaction. He was like. He jumps across. He's like, where the fuck's this golden apple at? I'm just like, oh my god. And he just picks it up, climbs back. Yellow team is out. Oh shit.
Yeah, right. And then fucking Matt was like, what happened?
So Josh calls out Megan, basically.
Yeah.
Was that after the competition or during?
It was after.
All right, so let's
finish the competition. Okay.
Mark breaks his finger.
Mark breaks his finger. Yeah.
But his team still wins.
Yeah. So, I forgot to mention this competition was called Hands of the Balance. But anyways, moving forward. So now we have pink team versus blue team now. We have...
and there was another team too.
No, the second part.
Oh, second part, yeah. Ramses doesn't deliver at the end, and it's between pink and blue.
Right, it's between pink and blue, and now Cody has to go against Paul.
Right.
Now, when I saw this at first, I was like, fucking Paul's going to be the fucking first HOH, and he's going to... be scot-free from this. But guess what happens?
Cody wins.
And I'm like, yeah!
Yvette is almost always wins first HOH.
I know, yeah.
Almost always.
All right. So now let's talk about the Megan versus Josh fight really quickly.
Right, so for some reason, Josh kind of thinks that Megan's a little shady. So he walks up to her after the competition. He's like, you know why I took the golden apples, because you're shady. You're fucking calling my name around the house. And Megan's like, no, I'm not. And mind you, we don't have feeds at this point in the game. So I don't know if she's talking about Josh. I don't think he is. No, I don't think she is. But I don't know. Josh is just paranoid, probably.
I think he's just getting paranoid.
But then after the competition, he decides it'll be a good idea to call her out again. Right? I mean, you call her out one time in front of everybody.
I mean, he's already safe. Like, fuck it.
You call her out one time in front of everybody. You might as well just keep it going, right? Keep the wheels moving here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just like, yeah, you're a snake, whatever, yada yada yada, calling her out.
And then he talks to her later, apologizes for it. Then Megan's like, oh, I'll keep this under my mind or whatever.
Yeah, Megan's like, I mean, I'll forgive, I'll forgive you, but I won't forget.
Okay.
Basically.
Well, you will forget because you're not in the fucking house anymore. Anyways, moving on. So now Cody's plan is Cody wants Paul out. Is what his original plan was to get Paul out because Paul backdoor. Because I want to talk about that later, because Paul said something really stupid on the third episode. But anyways, so Paul, guess what Paul does to get more attention? He takes Jason's rodeo uniform and he goes around, like, whatever. I don't know what the fuck he does.
Yeah, Cody did not like that.
Cody didn't like that, and Paul, like, he keep it chill in the beginning. Like, I understand you have a big personality, but you really should have kept the chill.
I mean, he's good with everybody now in the house, really.
Yeah.
I think he was on the block, he would have stayed, even if he didn't have the safety.
Yeah,
because people really like him.
We'll talk about that later, because I do want to talk about a couple other things. Sure. So, Cody makes an alliance with Matt and Mark, the guys' alliance. I already know some of these people don't like this. I don't think it's a bad idea, honestly. I don't think it was as bad as idea as people think, because...
Well, it's not a bad idea to have the core three, but what it turned into is not something I support. Yeah. It turned into basically a 9-person alliance. But... at least from where the episode's concerned, it was only those 3, and he wanted to add a bunch of the babes into it too.
Yeah.
Basically, all the people he wanted to add into it were added into it.
Yes.
And Paul was too. So he had 9 people.
Okay.
And it wasn't really an alliance. It was just
I don't think it was that. There wasn't like, we're gonna call this Bomb Squad Part 2. You know what I mean? Like, no, nothing too big about that.
Yeah, it was no name.
Okay, so let's jump into the nominations. It nominates Jillian and Megan. Doesn't like Megan.
Yeah.
Doesn't like Megan.
Doesn't like Megan. Jillian.
At least she's honest about it.
And Jillian, you're guilty by association.
Yeah. So Right, basically.
Which is funny. Megan's upset, but, you know, she's been getting a lot of shit from people this entire season.
Right, basically.
Poor Megan.
Poor Megan.
Honestly.
Poor Megan.
So let's jump into episode 3.
Okay, because this is what so after nomination now...
So Paul says something fucking stupid, and which Chris is about to let
basically,
us know.
Paul is like, guys, like, have you not seen last season? Like, I'm really good, and you guys didn't put me on the block. Like, you guys are idiots. And I'm like, Paul, like, do you not know what a backdoor is?
And a vet won last season, so I think he says that too.
Yeah, he says that too. But like, what is Paul thinking in the diary room? Like, it's not there's a backdoor.
Chris, relax.
I'm just saying. Like, that kind of pisses me off a little bit that he said that in the DR. Like,
okay, but in his defense, they probably made him say that. Because every fucking vet says that every season.
That's
like,
true.
I can't believe they're not putting me on the block. I'm the biggest threat in the house.
wish they didn't make him say that if that's the case.
That's what Dr. Will says in season 7. He's like, I can't believe they didn't put me on the block. He's fucking idiot.
I just don't like that. But anyways, let's move forward. Okay, so now Megan's upset, obviously, because she's nominated.
Yep.
Josh talks to Jillian. And let's move on, because I really don't care about that stuff. It's not even important. We know this. So now we have all these... Elena talks about all these showmances that are going on.
Yes, so
this is what you were talking about in the live feeds that you were talking.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we have 3 fucking showmances in the first goddamn week of this game. The showmances are as followed.
Okay, we have
I'll say it, don't worry. Elena, because I hate them all. Elena, well, I like them as people. I don't like them as a couple. Elena and Mark. Matt and Raven, and Cody and Jessica. And if you guys remember from my cast analysis, Cody and Jessica were my picks to win, so...
Well, if they're your picks to win, I mean...
Yay.
Gotta play devil's advocate here. Okay, but anyways, I actually think that it's... I know a lot of people don't like the showmances, but I think it can kind of work out this way. If you think about it. If they're all fucking working together, I mean, it's a pretty solid... I know you personally don't like it, but game-wise, I mean, I'm for it.
I think everyone's against them now, so we'll see what happens. Oh, please. Oh, please.
All right, so now, okay, this is really important. So now Josh talks about how he's homesick. He really misses his family.
Mark talks about his parents.
Mark talks about how his parents, like how he lost his mom and dad. And this was really upsetting to me when I was watching this. I felt really bad for Mark.
Yeah.
And
they played really sad music too.
Yeah. And I think like Josh, like now understands like everyone's perceptions and stuff like that. Not just like he's upset about, but like everyone is upset.
Oh no, I can guarantee Josh does not understand that.
Really?
No, he does not.
Okay.
Because he still talks to his family in the feeds all the time. At least he did for the first few days.
Okay.
I'm just talking to my family, Chris. They miss me.
I really wish
miss
he would have.
them.
Okay. Anyways, let's move on with the have-nots.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on to the have-nots.
There's 5 have-nots this season. Cody got to pick them all, and people asked for volunteers, which... One thing that's really fucking funny about this is that everyone who volunteered is people who Cody hates anyway.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I did notice that, yeah.
So, who were the 5 have-nots?
Josh, who's safe, Ramsey, Megan, Jillian, and Paul.
Right, 5 people. And you notice anything about these 5 people? Cody hates them all, at least at this point.
Yeah.
So Cody's like, hey, any volunteers? Oh, people I hate, hello.
But, okay, think about it from this way. Like, I think it's good for them to volunteer because, like, it kind of just, like, helps... It kind of makes them try to trust him a little bit, if that makes any sense. Like, if they, like, volunteer, it's kind of, like, not him having to choose.
I guess so, yeah.
If that makes any sense. Like, it shows them, like, trust, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Anyways, so the have-not room... This is the worst effing have-not room ever.
It is.
It's so bad. Fucking spike beds.
Spike beds. It's literally the worst thing I've ever seen ever in a have-not room.
How the fuck do you sleep on that?
But there's another temptation twist. One have-not each week can decide to take this temptation.
Yeah.
Basically what happens is you unlock a lock and one of 2 lots. One of them extends your have-not for an extra week, and the other basically gets rid of your have-not for the week.
Yeah.
So later on, Paul does it,
Yeah.
and Paul is no longer a have-not. So that's why there's only 3 have-nots this week.
Okay, but let's be real here. Do you think it was rigged for Paul to get the
Do I think it was rigged? No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, but okay, maybe.
How they gonna
because
rig it?
Production could have told them. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know.
Chris is so suspicious.
Well, sometimes you gotta be a little realist. All right. Anyways, so he doesn't have to be a have-not for another week, which is pretty cool. Now let's talk about the situation with Megan. We got to talk about this because Jessica calls Alex Pow Pow. I like the little reference they added in there too with Pow Pow.
Yeah. I never looked at a picture of them side by side.
They looked pretty similar.
Yeah, they actually did look
like sisters almost.
They actually did look pretty similar, and I was like, at first I thought it was like a racist comment. Like I thought it might have been a little racist, and then they showed the picture, and I was like, I guess I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So then Megan goes and tells Alex that Jessica called her Panda, and we know that that's not true,
right?
Because they would have just showed it in the episode,
right? Because Megan misheard, thought she said Panda instead of Pow Pow.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense,
and that's what happened.
Okay,
so then she tells that
Jessica goes and tells Alex about what Megan said.
Right, Megan. Right. Megan tells Alex. Alex confronts, or Jessica
confronts
Paul.
Yeah.
Paul talks to Jessica.
Yeah.
Jessica talks to Alex. Alex is pissed off, and goes and talks to Megan, basically.
Yep.
And calls her out, basically.
Yeah, and then Alex is pissed off at Megan now, and she doesn't want to talk to her.
This was also before that.
Live feeds happened.
Yeah, I guess live. Well, no, not really. No, live feeds were after that.
No, I'm saying like this part was before the live feeds.
Yeah, this part was before live feeds. I mean, before Alex and Cody were also talking before that too. They have a pretty good relationship. Yeah. And Cody mentioned, I think, during that talk in a diary room session that he does respect her as a player. Mm-hmm. So Megan goes into the diary room because everyone's calling her out on stuff. Yeah. Crying and all that. She reads the statement. She says it's something to do with PTSD. Didn't read the statement, but I'm sure you can find it online somewhere.
Yeah, we'll make another video about it. We'll get all the details, and I'll make another. I don't care. I'll do it. I'll make the video. It doesn't matter.
Chris can make a video about it.
Yeah. Once we get all the details of everything, we get some stuff. Anyway, so let's talk about the Den of Temptation. We know that Megan's gone. They announced that Megan left the house. Yeah. And now Cody has to nominate another person.
That's true. So it's a pretty shitty situation, honestly. Yeah. So he has to nominate someone else, but they also have the Den of Temptation. Mm-hmm. So basically, everyone goes to this special room, which I think is just the that special room from last year that Paul ended up winning. Yeah. With the I forgot what it was called.
But there was a door too. It looked like it was right next to the HOH room.
That's where it was last season too, but it was like a crawl space last season. This season it was just a door.
Yeah. It looked pretty cool too.
Yeah, pretty lit. Yeah. So everyone goes in there, and it's basically, sorry, you didn't win. And then Paul goes in there, and he won. So what this twist does is it gives him 3 weeks of safety. Now, I don't like this. The reason why I don't like this is because I'm thinking back to BB Can 5, when Netta won fucking 3 or 4 weeks of safety, and then everyone fucking hated her afterwards.
I agree.
And they wanted to get her out. So I'm kind of guessing that's going to happen again.
It sucks. It sucks, but it is going to happen. I feel like it is.
I feel like it is too, but we'll see.
Okay. So let's talk about. So he wins the Pendant of Protection. Hold on 1 second.
He wins the Pendant of what?
Pendant of Protection.
The Pendant of Protection.
Okay.
That's a weird name. The Pendant of Protection for 3 weeks, but puts a curse on someone else in the house. It turns out, this is a spoiler, by the way.
Spoiler.
Skip like 10 seconds. The person who got the curse is Ramses.
Yes.
Okay?
The number was 2, by the way.
Right. The number he picked was 2 and ended up being him. Mm-hmm. So that's just the way it is. It happens. Mm-hmm. Interesting, though.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't working with Ramses at all.
I thought it was random.
Yeah, it was random.
Oh, okay.
Like, he got lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Because it wasn't someone, like... It could have been him, too, because they had 16 there.
Yeah.
That would have been shitty. Wait, but how would that work? Because then he couldn't go on the block anyway.
I don't know. Was there 16?
I think so.
We'll have to look back.
We'll look back.
Yeah.
All right, so we have him win. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think Josh won because he was really, really happy for some reason. And Paul's like, I can always use a scapegoat. Hardy.
God, fucking people that edit that shit. All right, anyways. I actually like this part. Kevin and Jason, they're talking outside. It seems like they have a really good relationship, and it seems like I think they're gonna work together, Kevin and Jason.
Probably, yeah.
And it seems like their position in the house is very, very good. For me, my perception, it seems like they're very good.
Chris's perception is right.
Yeah. And they're like joking around. They're talking about the guys getting with the girls, but Jason's like, "Who are you gonna sleep with?" Like, I wouldn't sleep with anyone, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin's like, "Oh, well, where are they gonna sleep in the house?"
He shows them like outside near like the gym stuff.
Yeah, Jason's like, "Well, they'll fucking sleep right there if they fucking want to." And Kevin's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
No one gives me a hug.
Kevin's like, "No one gives me a hug." That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Kevin's hilarious.
I love Kevin.
Kevin's great. Emojos. Just good shit.
Okay, so let's talk about now. Alex and Cody talk. Discuss.
Yeah, Alex and Cody talk. Yeah, they're lying down together. Interesting conversation. Pretty much sealed Alex's fate. So everyone in Cody's alliance basically wants Alex gone. I don't really know why. I think Jessica just doesn't like her for some reason, which is fine.
She's the biggest threat out of the group, the opposite side.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cody asked her basically if she wants to work with them rather than against them, and he asked her what she would do next week if she won HOH, and she's like, "Yeah, I'd probably put one of you guys up." And Cody just like looks at her like, "Really? Like I'm trying to throw you a fucking bone, and you just say that shit to me?" At least she's honest about it.
Yeah,
but...
she's being very, very honest. She said she doesn't like people. She doesn't like to kiss ass unless people are kissing her ass. That's what she said. Not my words.
Cody doesn't like it when people kiss ass in general.
Yeah. To
him, or if he does it, he doesn't like it either way. He's like, that's why you put Megan up. Because she fucking... It's kind of funny. All right, so...
Second nomination ceremony happened.
Ends up being Alex.
Yeah. I mean...
Also, Alex is libertarian.
Libertarian, ooh. Nice.
I'm libertarian too, so you know what? I feel bad talking bad about Alex during our cast analysis. She's okay.
I said she was gonna be one of my favorites. I didn't say that she. I said okay. Alex was not gonna be that bad.
She is way better than I thought. I'm very happy.
I like Alex.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So that's basically episodes 1 to 3. Let us know in the comments what you think. And I guess we'll do some spoilers right now, or
no? Just if you want to watch spoilers, we have our live feed update videos. We'll connect the latest one, which I'm actually doing after this, but it'll be up earlier. Yes. And the previous one. So if you guys want to watch that, see who won veto, see if anyone got taken off from the veto ceremony.
Yes.
If there's a replacement nominee, and maybe talk a little bit more about the curse if we know more. So some cool stuff, guys.
I guess I'll make a prediction.
You can make a prediction, but go ahead.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. This is a long-term thing. I know a lot of people are not the biggest fan of Josh right now.
He's gonna be safe,
but I think Josh is gonna be in it for a really long time.
Based on the feeds, he's gonna be safe for a while, and I love it.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I was like, you know what? I think Josh is just gonna be here for a really long time. It's weird, like he's not likable but entertaining.
It's like he wears his heart on his sleeve, and I really appreciate that. He has a really good heart.
Fuck you, Paul.
I'm just talking to my family.
Oh my god. Yeah. So that's basically
Josh's family. If you're watching, sorry.
So that was
but we love you.
That was episodes 1 to 3 recap. Let us know what you guys think about the episodes, your opinions, your thoughts, and Paul will be making a live feed update on what's going on in the house because a lot of shit has been going on.
That's right, and it's going to be released before this video is even out.
Yes.
So. Again, link down below.
All right.
Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Peace.